Hi Burst, it's me the Angel Man here today to give you guys another video. Welcome back Burst. I'm going to be doing another reaction video. Oh man, you know, it's interesting. Like I said in my last video, a lot of stuff is being released this week. Like man, a lot of interesting projects. Yesterday I did a reaction video reacting to Sylvester Stallone's new Samaritan Amazon Prime movie, and now today I was literally like, you know what, I'm going to take a day off. I don't want to make a video today because I gotta focus on some other things real quickly. And then I saw that Netflix released a trailer that made me go, why does she look a little familiar, right? Because of the thumbnail. And it's called Blonde. And I realized, oh my god, this is based off who I think it is. The one and great Marilyn Monroe. I have to react to it. I love movies that are based on iconic singers, and if they make the adaptation the way how it's supposed to be, I'm all for it. I've seen Rocket Man. I liked Rocket Man. Rocket Man was interesting, but I felt like they missed out some things. Straight Outta Compton, you know, was also a great movie, at least the first half, but then towards the end, it became forced more on drama, you know what I mean? Like, instead of focusing on the music aspect, which it did in the beginning, it was strong, right? And it was good all the way up until the middle, but then towards the end, it focused a lot about issues that they were having and stuff like that. They left out some things too, and I was just kind of like, okay, you know, it's not a bad movie, but I was just like, it's not entirely correct, you know what I mean? They did leave out some things that had to do with some of the singers where I was like, you know, if you're gonna make a real life adaptation of a person, you might as well be honest about it, right? The latest one that they made obviously was Elvis. I love Elvis. Baskin Ramsey, I hope I said the name of the band right. I always struggle with the first word. You know, that was a good movie as well. What I loved about that movie was the fact that it felt so balanced. Like there was some drama, sure, but there was also a lot of dedication focused to the band, to the singing. Like the drama was involving the band, like how they make their music, who got credited for who, you know, who was slipping, who was the one making all the mistakes, or who was putting in all the work. I love the Baskin Ramsey. Oh, I know I'm messing up that name. It's been a minute. I should look it up. But yeah, the point is, I love movies like that. And then the latest one that we received was Elvis. Now, I saw Elvis and I loved the movie. That movie was spot on, man. The actor who played him did a great job. A great job. He did method acting. He anticipated and was literally being Elvis in 4 different ways, right? Even on that interview that he did when he was on, I believe it was Jimmy Fallon. And he talked about the different voices as he was aging up to be Elvis, right? I love his interpretation of Elvis, especially since they also went into detail about how, you know, Elvis was getting a little bit of depressed and how he slowly became overweight as he went on. The only thing that I did find disappointing about that movie was the fact that they didn't use more of his iconic songs. You know, I was talking about that with someone else a little while ago, and I was like, I like, you know, Elvis has some iconic songs. Like, he has a lot of them, and they only played 4, but I'm thinking it could have been copyright for all I know, because in order to get the copyright for certain music, and this could be with any band, sometimes they're really expensive, even for movie productions. So I guess it just depends on the budget. And not even that, I also felt like Elvis was just a little too long, just a tad bit. Maybe like if they took off like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I would have been fine with it, because I felt like at certain times it kind of dragged a little bit. Yeah, overall it was a great movie. I loved Elvis. And now they're doing Blonde. Now this is Netflix, right? So obviously when it comes down to Netflix, there's going to be a lot of hit and misses, right? And you know, Netflix is going through a little bit of a struggle, especially with their company and stocks and all that stuff, right? Man, like they're canceling shows left and right now. I'm just like, oh, don't cancel the good ones. And recently when it comes down to them doing their interpretation of certain iconic singers or so, I know the last movie that they did was called Beauty. It was interesting to an extent. I watched it, didn't pay too much attention to it, but I did understand the story of what they were doing. It was too based on the drama. If a movie is meant to be a drama, I understand that. If you're going to be bringing in someone that's a singer, or if it's going to be someone that's iconic or what, you gotta also bring in that aspect of the music, right? You gotta bring in that aspect of the feel for making the music, them being in a concert on stage, and them performing and stuff like that. But Beauty, it was highly disappointed. Very, very disappointed. I was bored in that movie. I was like, okay, so there's a shady dad, and he wants to milk his daughter for the money, and clearly an asshole, and he's trying to do this and that, and then the girl, I guess she's having a little bit of a love relationship with this friend of hers, and she don't know how to feel about it, and it was just a lot of drama. I was like, ugh. And then now Netflix is coming out with Blonde. Marilyn Monroe. There's a lot to talk about her because she's very iconic, and then there's obviously some controversial things about her, conspiracy theories wise as well, which which I'll talk about after because I know I talked long enough here. So with that said though, Verse, let's get to it. Let's see what Netflix brought to the table when it comes down to the movie Blonde.
Miss Monroe, it's time.
I love the color. I love the color. Keep it black and white like Sin City.
A kiss on the hand.
How'd you get your start?
Oh.
Baby, what start?
In movies.
White continental. But diamonds are a girl's best friend. I guess I was discovered. Broke home as first. I know you're supposed to get used to it. And we all lose our charms in the end. But I just can't. Square cut or pear shaped. These I played Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. I can't face doing another scene with Marilyn Monroe.
Yep, that's true.
Marilyn doesn't exist. When I come out of my dressing room, I'm Norma Jean.
Oh.
I'm still her when the camera's rolling.
Right.
Marilyn Monroe only exists on the screen.
Woo! Okay, let's talk about it. Now, okay, there were things that I was gonna mention that they literally brought it here in the trailer where I was like, oh, okay, so they're more than aware of it. Obviously, this is Marilyn Monroe we're talking about. There was a lot of things that had to do with her. So, Verse, my thoughts on Blonde. Immediately, I was getting chill. Like, legit, I was like, oh, like, I got excited. I love it when they do interpretations of movies from, like, back then, you know, singers or whatnot. Anything from back then, because it has that iconic feel of Hollywood, you know what I mean? Just the way how it was back then was so much better. I love that feeling of the old school black and white. Just, everybody had a passion to do projects back then. You know, whether you were a singer, whether you're a performer, you know, an actor, star, producer. Like, everybody took their job so seriously back then. That's something that I noticed about it when learning a lot about these people and stuff like that. I used to do a lot of research back then for John Wayne. You know, he was like one of my iconic heroes when it came down to westerns, you know what I mean? I love John Wayne. And then in second is definitely Clint Eastwood for me when it comes to westerns. But here for Marilyn Monroe, I love the interpretation that they're doing for her here. I thought they were just gonna be focused on the singing aspect at first, you know? I was like, of course I expect some drama, but besides the singing aspect, immediately she's here, the actor who's playing Marilyn is literally here saying she's a character basically. She's just a character. Yeah, I'm not her. And I could see that. I believe that because for those of you that don't know Marilyn Monroe, she was iconic back then. She was a big deal. She was like the sexiest woman alive during that time. There were some cringy things about her, I'm not gonna lie. After digging into more of Marilyn Monroe, right? You know, everybody followed her, everybody found how iconic she was. She was busy. And another thing also was that Marilyn Monroe had the same feel as Elvis. That's why I mentioned Elvis a lot. Because Marilyn Monroe was so iconic. People were so into trying to get her involved in certain things and wanted to talk to her and reach her, and obviously she had stalkers and stuff like that she got tired of being Marilyn Monroe. She didn't want to be Marilyn Monroe. There's times where she was like, I just want to break. Same thing with Elvis. Elvis Presley was so iconic that there's times where he was like, I don't want to be Elvis anymore. I'm kind of, you know, like it's too much. And that's what I love about this trailer, that they were showing her saying that. You can tell that when she was being Marilyn Monroe, there was just so much stress coming to her for her being iconic. You know what? Floyd Mayweather said it at one point.
You know, I want to, when I'm watching TV, because my TV is up, of course, I'm like, I want to go places by myself. I want to do things by myself. You think I want to always go to the movie theater and take security? I want to do things by myself. No, I want to come to the casino by myself and play blackjack by myself. You know, I want to travel with, I want to be able to travel, you know, if I have a wife, I want to be able to travel with just me and her. I want to be able to do one-on-one things, but guess what? It's a gift and it's a curse.
Yeah, it's true. Like, you can be famous, but sometimes there's always going to be an issue with that on that side. People don't seem to understand that. I understand it clearly. That's why I'm always like, if I ever get famous, you know what I mean? If I'm ever lucky to ever get to that point when I start doing acting, like, full-time and everything, I don't want to do it for just the fame and the glory and all that stuff. Like, that's anybody, right? I want to do it because it's the passion, you know? It's the passion to go out there and to perform. It's the thrill. It's the experience, especially. It's fun being on a set. Yeah, like, that's what I'm there for. And to see Marilyn just seeing the struggle of this was really interesting. That's why I started getting goosebumps. I was like, whoo, yes, show that. And now talking about the trailer, it's on its own, right? I love the tone of the movie. I love the seriousness. I love the aspect of the black and white. I thought it was gonna be black and white the whole entire film until they started showing color. So now I'm thinking about it, and now I'm just like, okay, so either they're gonna make it black and white in flashbacks, or maybe when there's a serious moment, it'll be black and white. So when it's something lighthearted, like in certain scenes in the movies, I feel like it'll be colored. And if it's something serious, drama, right? Like something that's just gonna be like, oh, like here we go, it's gonna be into the moment, it could be black and white. I feel like maybe the color could change depending on the tone. So it's one of those two aspects in my opinion. But I do love the direction that they're taking with Marilyn Monroe. Like, it was only a matter of time before they do a movie about her. I already knew it. I'm just scared that they're gonna mess it up. But I don't think they are. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this movie. You want to know something interesting? Marilyn Monroe, she died of an overdose, right? At the age of, what was it, 36? 37? 35? Yeah, she died. She died at the age of 36 from overdose. You know what's so funny? She died on my birthday. Saturday, August 4th, 1962. August 4th is my birthday. My birthday's next week. So when I found out about this fact, I was like, what? Whoa, that's I don't know how to feel about that. That's so interesting, right? Like, now whenever it's my birthday, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be you know, this age, and then I'm also gonna be thinking, yeah, and this is also the day that Marilyn Monroe died. Wow, legends are born in August. All jokes aside, though, it is sad that to what happened to Marilyn Monroe. You know, the fact that she died of an overdose. You know, that's why most singers do what they do when it comes down to drugs. Unfortunately, they're so stressed out that they feel like they need to be mellowed out, so they end up going to that route. You know, many singers, many bands have done that. I've seen it. You know, I'm just like, oh my god. You know, I watched behind the scenes. I've seen documentaries. I'm just like, wow. You know, and I understand in a way. It's a lot of stress, but I just wish they didn't have to go to drugs in order for them to do that. So many singers have died from overdoses. Yeah, it's just, you know, it sucks when you find out about facts like that, you know what I mean? But then it's also a conspiracy theory. Some people are saying that she died of an overdose, that it was suicide. Some people are saying that no, that she was murdered, right? That they made it seem like it was an overdose, or they overdosed her, you know what I mean? I could go into that, but that's more of a conspiracy part 4 video that I would love to do later on. I'm thinking about going back into it. But yeah, but for right now, these are just things that I heard of. You know, you may agree, you may disagree, or maybe you know something else, I don't know. But for Blonde, am I looking forward to it? Absolutely. I love serious drama movies like this, of interpretations of real people, like I said. They're just great to watch, if done correctly. But yeah, first Elvis, now Blonde. I'm kind of curious to know who they're gonna do next. You know what I mean? I wonder if they did Amy Winehouse. I know that's another singer. I seen a documentary about her. I don't think they did a real life movie about her yet. I don't know. They already did one about Selena. I don't think they would reboot it. I don't think they will do another interpretation. They could. I don't know. I guess it depends. But no, yeah, Burst. Other than that, though, are you guys excited for Blonde? I'm excited for Blonde. I want to see this movie. Absolutely. I would love to be part of movies like this. And not even that. They got some really good actors in this movie, too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be doing in a project like this. And I want to feel that aspect from the 1950s to 60s. I love that feeling of old school black and white. I love the old school black LA noir type of movies, too. I'm a fan of those. So, yeah, that's just a little thing about me. But other than that, though, Burst, are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Let me know. I'd be happy to hear it. So with that said, though, Burst, you guys like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification for more content as always, Burst. Look forward to the next video. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. Burst, one last thing. I did a live stream yesterday. I am so sorry, Burst, that I didn't notify some of you guys earlier. I I should have done that, you know. I should have made a little announcement when I was going to do so. I don't know when I'm going to do another stream, but when I do, I promise I'll give you guys a heads up so that way we can do a Q&A live session. You know, I'll be happy to talk to you guys. You know, it was really fun when I first did it. My first live stream is up right now already, and it's over an hour, so if you're okay to watch it, then, you know, thank you. If not, no worries, I get it, it's an hour. But other than that though, Verse, thank you so much for your time, and look forward to the next video. Later, Verse.